guys, it is Maggie, and as many of you have seen from the stuff we've been posting, my new song is coming out March 31st. I figured instead of a vlog type video this week, I would do kind of a sit down video and explain the process of how we were recording it in the studio and what the whole idea behind it is and all the cool stuff we have planned for it. So if that's something you're interested in, grab a snack and we'll get into this. Before I continue, make sure you like this video. And make sure you subscribe to the channel so you'll be the first to know updates and so you can see behind the scenes footage from tour and stuff like that. And make sure you're following me at officialmagdalenerose on all my social media sites because I also update very frequently there as well. So, as you've heard, I'm gonna stop eating these. Alright, snacks are a no-go. It can't be trusted. Okay, the song is coming out March 31st. We're very excited. It is called Shark Spray. So if anybody does not understand the reference, it is a Batman reference for like, holy shark spray, Batman. All the lyrics and everything haven't been released yet, so it'll make more sense once you've heard the entire song, but it kind of has the idea of people that are kind of giving you hate in your life or when people are just trying to see you fail, stuff like that. And so we had joked around with dumb names in the studio, and our initial thought was we need to have a really cool name and make this sound super edgy and tough, and then we were just like, what if we went really hokey with it and called it like Sharknado or something, because there's only one line with shark in it, but we wanted to make the entire song themed with sharks because I love sharks.
I like turtles.
So we were joking around with that and trying to come up with something that would work and not be like copyrighted. And so someone threw out shark spray, and they're like, because it's like you're spraying your haters away, like if these sharks are coming into your life, you just pull out your shark spray and spray it and they're going away. And we were all laughing, but we're like, it's kind of cool though. It kind of fits with everything that's going into the idea of the song, and so we just decided to use that as the working title. And then we wanted to play it on the tour that I did in January and February, since that was the first Magdalenerose tour, and I introduced it as shark spray every night, and everybody loved it. They were like, that's so funny, and it just reminds me of Batman and all this stuff. Like the second you said holy shark spray Batman, I knew what you were talking about. And so we're like, well, I guess that's the name that we're gonna go with. We're sticking with. The artwork, it hasn't been released yet, but it is shark themed and it looks super cool. We are currently working on, and I know there's gonna be sharks in that. So I'm gonna insert a few clips from being in the studios. Sharks, hold on me! I came in too early.
Okay.
Hold on me!
Can you go lower?
Lower?
Yeah.
Hold on me! Hold on me! If mine is thicker than water, then why am I bleeding nose? If mine is thicker than water, then why am I bleeding nose? Crap. If mine is thicker than water, then why am I bleeding nose? I'd be better about breath management. If blood is thicker than water, then why am I bleeding nose?
That was good. I made you perfect.
I really care that much, but we're not the same, so don't try to play the victim. You never really care that much, but we're not the same, so don't try to play the victim.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was what it was like in the studio. That was like the first week of January, because I came up for New Year's and I was like, okay, well, we can work on a song. It was so cold, and so I originally had a heater and a humidifier in the studio room with me, but the heater was so loud we didn't realize it was picking up in the mic, and we're like, oh, we have to redo these now. And I am a Florida girl, and the studio was in Nashville, and I was not happy with how cold it was there. But yeah, it's been a very fun process, and we've been working with with the guys from 7 Day Slumber, so Blaze and Weston and Mr. Joe have been a really big part of helping get everything in motion, and then Eli, who played bass for me on tour, was able to record the bass and everything for the single and stuff, so that was super cool. But the writing process was very involved with everybody. Me, Blaze, and Weston would go out to his home studio that he's created and just work on guitar ideas and musical ideas and stuff. Because going in, they had some ideas and I was like, okay, well, I like this idea because I want it to sound like Warped Tour music, and they're like, I know exactly what you're talking about. And so we were trying to make sure there was a good mesh of like pop elements and metal elements. Once we had that finalized for the most part, we were able to like bounce it and then bring it into the other home studio to work on vocals and stuff because they have all the mics in the other house. We did it kind of different than what I'm used to. So normally we try to come up with lyrics first and then fit them to a melody, or we get like a finalized melody with like already lyric ideas in mind. But this time we really tried to just hum a melody and then like vocalize the scream part. Like I wasn't actually screaming, but like you were talking and the cadence of the scream would be. And so then we would fit the lyrics after to that. So that was a fun process. It was definitely very different than what I was used to. So it was a little challenging in that part, but it's always fun to kind of mix it up because when you do the same thing over and over again, things can get kind of stale. And so that helps it be like a very fresh process, which was cool. And so we would stay up writing till like 5 in the morning, and we would get on a good flow and be like writing like the entire verses, and then we would get to the last line and we'd be stuck for like hours. And so then Mr. Joe would come in and he'd be throwing out lines. We'd be like, oh, okay, this sounds way cooler, so we're gonna switch this line from earlier, and then we'd be up for another 2 hours, and I'd be texting Blaze like, I'm falling asleep. He was like, we gotta finish this though. And so it was just this whole process of everybody being exhausted every day for an entire week or so. And then in the middle of that, me and Blaze went to get tattoos. So I got this knee tattoo, and Blaze got a whole entire chest piece because they were doing a 7 Day Slumber photo shoot. There was so much going on, and we were trying to plan the tour. In the middle of all of that, we stayed up pretty late working on getting all the singing done, and then the next day we would do all the screaming. That was a really simple process. Once we got everything finished, they were trying to figure out who to send it to for mixing and mastering, and when we were on tour, they actually got an answer back from Jeff Dunn, and so he's done stuff with like Motionless on Why. He did the World Gone Cold stuff that just is being released now and everything. He's done a lot of bands like that, and so I was like, oh yeah, we need to get this guy to do it. That would be super cool. So we got an answer from him. He was able to do like a rush mix on it and everything and get it ready so we could get it to the label and get for distribution and stuff. And so that is being set up and everything right now. We were also playing it on tour, and so it kind of grew a life of its own. It was definitely strange learning how to be a lead singer and not a bass player, and learning to rely on people that weren't related to me as band members and having an entire band behind me. And we would always be ready because the breakdown, which we haven't released any teasers for that yet. The breakdown is really cool. I've done some stuff that we've only like jokingly done in the past. We made sure that I was practicing stuff the right way to make sure the type of scream that I did came out right. And like we were looking up tutorials on how to do it the best way and stuff. And so whenever we would do that live, we would know like, okay, people are gonna be like, oh my goodness, when this happens, because I haven't done anything like that. And everyone would just freak out at shows. I would be laughing the entire time. And it was super cool to see everybody being super supportive of that. And then you'd see like the post online the next day of like, oh, this is the new song, like I'm so excited to hear it. And you get messages from people like asking when it's gonna come out because it's been stuck in their head where there's no way to listen to it. So it's definitely been a journey, but it's been a fun one, and it's been fun learning a lot of new things and not taking myself too seriously. So that's been definitely a fun process of making sure we're still having fun with it and not being so like stuck up about it. But yeah, so we are trying to get. We'll see how that goes. We'll see if we can get that done. We're trying to make this the best that it can be, and so I just really appreciate you guys sticking with me and supporting me through this change, and I can't wait to see how all of this turns out. And so I always appreciate having you guys here with me. So yeah, I just want to thank you guys for supporting me and for still being here, and for everybody that supports me on Patreon currently. I appreciate you guys so much. Your support is helping me with getting new merch and designing music, art, and stuff like that, and just getting everything everything I can for you guys. I'm trying to put as much back into you guys as you are putting into me, so I really appreciate it. If you would like to join me on Patreon, it's patreon.com/officialmagdalenerose. We did have to change all of the names to Official Magdalene Rose because our Facebook page was being weird, and so we had to make a new page. So the new page is Official Magdalene Rose, and all my Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, all that's been changed to Official Magdalene Rose. So if you haven't followed me there yet, make sure you do. We did make a new music channel here on YouTube, so I can post music videos and stuff once those are done. And it's Official Magdalene Rose, so if you haven't yet, go make sure to subscribe to that channel. I'll have all the links below so it's easy to find and everything. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and check back next week. If you haven't yet, we're hosting a contest for the Shark Spray single, the little clip that we posted. If you do a duet to it on TikTok, or if you remix it on Instagram, or somehow make your own type of video with it, you get entered into a contest. There's gonna be a bunch of different special prizes, but then the grand prize winner gets flown out to a show with a friend of your choice, and we're covering hotels and food and all of that stuff. So definitely go check out the contest video. I'll have that in the description as well, so you can read all the rules and everything on how to win and how to enter. I've been loving seeing everybody's different videos that they've been posting and stuff. I've been trying to repost all of them, so I really appreciate everybody who has submitted into being part of that giveaway. And if you haven't yet, don't forget to do that because the deadline is coming up pretty soon, so you don't want to miss out on that. Make sure you're following me to make sure you are updated on all the information or all the stuff coming out. Tour dates are going to be announced soon. I'm coming to the West Coast. It is confirmed, and dates are already being booked. I can't wait to release those too. I love coming to the West Coast. I love seeing you guys. So I will see you guys next week with another video. Thanks for watching. See ya!